Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 7, entitled as Jnana Vijnana Yoga, Sloka 14. Daivī hyesha guṇa-mayī, māyā duratyayā, māyām prapadyante, māyām etāṁ taranti. Therefore, Māyām eva, it's Krishna alone who can be our shelter, who can be our refuge, to whom we can take refuge and surrender to Him. He doesn't see any differences, doesn't make any judgment. Analochita vishesha shesha loka sharanyam. That's another item that we have to see, which means there are no criteria such as caste, education, wealth, beauty. None of those things becomes an eligibility, or none of those things becomes a qualification that He looks upon us. Whether this person has completed studying all the Vedas, whether he has this much wealth, whether this person is looking beautiful, handsome, none of those things becomes a criteria when He gives shelter to us. If we go in front of Him and tell I surrender to you, then there's no question of investigating at that point of time. He simply accepts us. We can see many examples from the Puranas and Itihasas. He doesn't see differences, He doesn't investigate. Irrespective of whether it's a bird, whether it's an animal, an hunter, a garland maker, a yogurt seller, a hunchback, whether it is by birth low, whether by birth animal, or by birth in any higher state, it doesn't really matter for Him. As a bird, He gave moksha to Jatayu. He accepted and gave refuge to an asura called Kakasura, who was very evil in his mind. And Gajendra, an elephant, and by birth Guha or Shabari, and by profession a person was doing garland, he was also given shelter. And hunchback, a lady who want to be with Krishna. Not only that, a yogurt maker, not only to the person who makes yogurt, he also gave moksha to the pot, his pot. So he can do anything and everything. We also learn stories from the Puranas, Itihasas, Vidura, Vibhishana, and so forth. In Ramayana, we all know that Rama had Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna, 3 brothers. But we'll be surprised that he had 3 more brothers besides these 3. He accepted other 3 as his brothers as well. Guha, Sugriva, Vibhishana. He accepted all 3 to be his brothers. So the point here is, very important point here is, we should not be thinking, how can I approach and surrender to Krishna? Because I have done so much sins in my life. I don't have any education. I don't know anything. I'm a lowborn. So how can I be allowed in His abode? So, analochita, therefore it is said that He does not investigate of a person who surrenders unto Him. He simply accepts that person at that point of time without any further questions. And He does not differentiate. He simply accept the person. All we have to do from our side, Māyām eva, when Krishna says Māyām eva, he alone, the shelter, we completely accept that statement, have trust, full trust in Krishna, and simply surrender to his lotus feet. By surrendering so, we will be able to get rid of this Māyā, which has been playing with us for innumerable lifetime. Now that we all, somehow or the other, by the grace of Krishna, able to or got access to this beautiful message, Bhagavad Gita, let's take full shelter. Krishna has recommended to us in the Sloka. So, to quickly summarize, we all must be with the Lord. That is our true home. That's where we belong to. But somehow we are stuck, we are lost into this material world. And we started thinking, and this is our home, and this is my place, these are my well-wishers, these are my enemies, I like this one, I don't like this one, and this is my body, these are my extension of my body, my children, my so forth, grandchildren, etc. So this happens because of Krishna's energy called Prakriti, Māyā. It covers us. It covers us for the reason that we can go through our karma. But this covering at the same time is preventing us from going back to Krishna. Therefore, it is important that we understand the power of Māyā. Understanding the power of Māyā, we also have to accept that I myself cannot deal with this Māyā. So what am I going to do? I need to go to a person who is master of this Māyā, who created this Māyā, from whom this Māyā comes. Only that person can help me to deal with this Māyā, to get rid of this Māyā, and that is Krishna alone. Therefore, the only way is to get rid of this Māyā so I can progress towards Krishna. So who can remove this one? Only Krishna can remove this one. Is he going to remove for anyone and everyone? No, he's only going to remove for those who wants to get rid of this Māyā. If I'm not even interested in that program, why is he going to remove? Why is he going to take any step? So we have to understand the value of Krishna, understand the seriousness of what we are, where we are, and the problem, and we take shelter of Krishna. That means we are favorite of him. We become favorite of him. Why? Because we are working hard to get back to him. One who has to be favorite means one who shows their love towards Krishna. If one loves Krishna, that means he knows the greatness of Krishna. If I like someone, if I love someone, certainly I need to know that person, how great that person is. That's when my love increases. That's where I invest my energy and love. One who knows that he is master and I am his servant. I want to serve my master. That person is the one who loves Krishna. So for all these things to happen, first we need to know that we are not this body. We are Atma. Knowing this is not sufficient. One has to live a life accordingly. Not just simply saying, I am not this body, I am Atma, and doing all sorts of material, sensual activities. One has to lead a life in that consciousness. Such person is considered the one who has seen the Atma. And such person is the one who will proceed further to understand who is the owner of all these Atmas. With that enquiry, you understand that it is Krishna. Understanding God means only God has to tell us about Himself. Who else is going to tell about God? And that is what is happening in this chapter. That Krishna is telling about Himself. He started telling about para and apara, prakritis, and the nature of it, how no one understands Him, and also said why no one could understand Him, that is because of māyā, and that māyā puts everyone into an illusion. So if someone wants to be free of this māyā, there's only one option left, and that is to go and beg, literally beg, to Krishna to release us from this māyā Shakti of the Supreme Lord, of His energy. Krishna will help us because He is Parama Karunika, most compassionate person. He will certainly remove us. It is us who does not go in front of Krishna and beg helplessly. If we do so, that step we have to take, then daivī prapadyante māyām etāṁ taranti. Krishna will help us. Only Krishna will help us. Only Krishna can help us to be free from this māyā. Daivī hyesha guṇa-mayī mama māyā duratyayā māmevai prapadyante māyām etāṁ taranti. Namaste. Hare Krishna.